Hey guys, welcome back to the long and immersive Gor-Rok campaign. We're going to pick up where we left off at the end of the first episode in just a second, but I do want to take a very quick second and thank you guys for the comments from the first video, and in particular some of the suggestions that you made in terms of how to progress. I do very much appreciate things like that. And so one of the things that was mentioned was to, in particular, try to make sure that we ally with Nakai, the Wanderer, and Oxyotl, which I plan on being nice to all the Lizardmen, at least to the ones who are nice back to us. But we'll try to do that. We'll try to focus on those two in particular. And also, one of the suggestions was to potentially be declaring war on all the Skaven. I think you mentioned in the old world, but I don't see any reason not to be declaring war on Skaven just kind of willy-nilly everywhere, because I'm pretty sure probably Lizardmen universally dislike Skaven, so that could be a good way for us to improve relations. And on that note, we do of course have Skaven down here. This is going to be Skrulk just to our south, good old Clan Pestilence. And then we're going to have another, this is not Clan Pestilence right here, this is going to be, I forget the name of this clan, but a minor Skaven faction over there. I wonder if maybe we've met them already. Yep, Clan Spittle. Okay, so yeah, so we'll probably be declaring war on those as quickly as we can. Now, we did finish off our first province here. We've got a little bit of trouble in the way of public order, and I just want to reiterate, by the way, full mod list in the description, and also I do want to mention that I had some trouble with legendary lore in that first episode, and my intention was to remove it from the mod list for this campaign, because I don't want to deal with any more performance issues that it causes. No, not those kinds of performance issues. Game-related performance issues, guys. Anyway, however, what I found out is I cannot reload the campaign if I take that out of the mod list. So we're going to continue to roll with legendary lore, and hope that it doesn't cause us too much problems. It's the kind of mod that I would normally really love anyway. So hopefully that was, you know, an anomaly that happened in the last episode. If it continues to be a problem, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, it's a really nice mod. It really adds a whole lot of additional theme and educates me while I'm playing, which is, you know, it's all kind of right up my alley. Okay, anyway, but as I was saying, we've got our first province now fully conquered, but we do have public order issues here that we have to worry about. Additionally, we probably want to make a strike against Skrulk before he gets too much of an opportunity to grow. I don't know how strong Clan Pestilence will be in the hands of the AI, but we are using Hecleas AI. I don't really want to run the risk that he's going to build up and be very strong. Let's see how many settlements he has at this point. He's already got 3 settlements. So he's probably actively at war. You know what? I can double check this, but he's probably actively at war with these guys, the Southern Sentinels, yep, who I haven't actually met yet. But what we can do is, what I'm kind of hoping is that Skrulk's army itself is down here fighting against the Southern Sentinels for the moment, giving us an opportunity to come down and hopefully attack, maybe even take Oixol here before he can get back up here to defend it. All right, anyway, we're going to cross that bridge when we come to that as well, but for now we've got some skill ups to apply since winning that last battle in the last episode. And let's just go ahead. I'm probably going to be doing all 3 of these an awful lot, so I want to decrease the Winds of Magic that it costs for all of them. And of course we do want to, here, we'll give you the Enchanted Shield, why not? And we'll give you the Potion of Toughness, why not? Okay, and then I want to keep doing recruiting. I do know that CA is addressing some changes. I don't know when that next patch is going to, or hotfix or whatever they're calling it, is going to be out. But I didn't really pay too close attention to exactly what the issues are right now. I kind of hope that we just don't experience them, and you know, that the game will get patched and it won't disrupt anything, and then we won't even notice. All right, so we're going to continue to do Source Warriors for now. What I could consider doing is something like doing some global recruiting with this guy, but the thing is, it start getting expensive pretty quickly. Never mind, I can't even get into the encampment stance anyway, so we're not going to worry about that. All right, it's fine. And here, maybe what we do, maybe we start to pay attention to control. And let's pay attention to control with our commandment as well. Although it's pretty tempting to do recruiting commandment. Yeah, we're going to do the recruiting commandment to begin with, until we get at least 1 full stack here. I think what I'll do the next turn is I'll march to here, go ahead and do some recruiting, unless I can reach Oixel in 1 turn. Well, we'll find out next turn. Okay. Then we've got a second mission here to track. That's going to get done, taken care of right away. And in terms of our rights, recruit rank +2. Maybe we go ahead and do this. Yep, increases our recruitment capacity as well. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and perform this rite. 2,000, I think we can afford that for now. And now we've got 3 that we can recruit, plus they're a higher rank. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and double check our diplomacy, and then we'll probably be launching into another intern very quickly. Trade agreement, definitely with Cult of Sotek, that's a priority for us. And we can also do it with Wardens, so we'll do that as well. It's all money at this point, and like I said, we don't want to have bad relations with any of the other Lizardmen factions for now. Okay. And somebody, thank you by the way, someone else pointed out that we're very likely to run into trouble with Bretonnia. So, yeah, I'm a little bit... I kind of forgot about Tzeentch here. I'm a little bit more concerned at the beginning with this guy right here, Blooded Wanderers. That would be Skulltaker. I'm very concerned about Skulltaker. But if we can knock Skrulk out quickly, then maybe we turn around and focus on Skulltaker. I will be very, very concerned if we end up having to fight a war against Skulltaker in the north and Skrulk in the south at the same time. And potentially also we've got, what's his name? Vampire Counts. Alright, I can't remember his name right now, but you know who I'm talking about. Going to potentially have to worry about him as well. Alright, let's go ahead and... do another intern here. Okay, there we go. Got ourselves an Iron Curse icon from that mission. Land encounter spawned. Very interesting. Okay, so this is one of Murranji's mods. At the edge of your lands, your scouts report the sight of a solitary tower crowned by a blazing torch. Its fierce flame cuts through the dusk as if heralding the coming of something both mysterious and fateful. Whispers among your men suggest that this eerie beacon standing unbidden in your domain is no mere accident. It may well be an omen, a call to those brave enough to uncover its hidden challenge. Investigate the tower and see what destiny awaits within its fiery light. So for anybody not familiar, this is basically a mod that adds land encounters that are very similar to what you see in the oceans. Okay, let's go ahead. Very good. I like the hibernation attendant right there. And yeah, it's our next mission to capture a second province. And we got no legendary lore to look at this time, okay? That's because we only recruited 2 units that we have already recruited, and we've already gotten the lore for those. Alright, so what I could be doing is taking replenished troops, but I kind of feel like with Lord Croak we just need to focus on his magic. Potentially we could also buff his defenses a little bit here. Reserves. Okay, that's pretty good right there. We're going to have to take that. I think it's worth dipping 1 point into that. You don't need any magic items at all, obviously, and you did get the hibernation attendant, which one assumes is going to work on a hero for the hero's army. We can't really tell very well because we don't really need the recruitment or the replenishment right now. Okay, so here we go. Now I only have the one. Okay, we cannot reach in regular stance. We're using the Brogus dynamic campaign movement, which means we've got -12 to our campaign movement range because of these 17 units that we have. When we get even larger, up to 20 units, it's going to slow us down even more. So, we cannot reach to attack this turn. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Lord Croak down here, and he's going to scout the ruins, and we know there's Skaven there. We're going to find out what's there. If there's going to be an army there defending it, there's not an army. Ooh. Now is the time to strike. Size 15 garrison, though. Okay, definitely a strong garrison. We're going to start moving down this way, and we're going to go in channel. Nope. Yeah, actually, we can go in channeling stance because what we're going to do is we will continue recruiting. Alright, I do need to calculate out what our public order is going to look like if we continue to do this. So right now we're looking at our public order. Our temporary public order is -4 for provincial instability. So that means it's still going to continue to plummet. It's -6 for the control level, and pretty soon it's going to get all the way up to -12. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's powerful. Alright, so we're definitely going to get a rebellion up here if I don't do something to stop it. And it's going to happen in 3 turns. Still, I feel like this is the time to take... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Alright, let's... How much money are we making here? We could turn off the collect income. That would help a little bit. We'll think about that. Alright, but for now what we're going to do is we're going to keep recruiting. And this means that we'll be able to get a full 20 stack attacking Oixel plus an additional 2, right? So will be, no, plus an additional 1. Okay, so we'll have 21 total. For a battle here next turn. If they move an army back up there, then, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Meanwhile, I better switch you over to control. If we can slow this down at all, then we need to do that. Nothing else to do from a building perspective. Let's take a look at our mission objectives. Okay. The mace. Okay. By the way, thank you, those of you who pointed out that there is unfortunately no change to the Gor-Rok victory conditions because of the victory conditions overhaul. It's a little disappointing, but it's okay. I didn't even think to check that in the last episode. All right, I guess one last thing to check are heroes. Nope, can't do anything for heroes. We'll check our diplomacy real quick, and we'll do another intern and see if Skrulk reinforces Wixel. And if he doesn't, then we're probably going to attack it. Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is our legendary lore here, the Jungles of Lustria, Itza, the first city. Itza was the very first of the temple cities to be founded and is home to the most powerful and ancient practitioners of magic to be found anywhere in the world. First among them is the venerable Lord Croak, whose indomitable spirit has guarded Itza against the return of chaos since the Great Catastrophe. The first city has never once in over 10,000 years yielded to an attacker. Itza itself is one of the most impressive of all the extant temple cities. The concentration of the most venerable of mage priests at times causes the very air to seethe with arcing magical power, while at other times a palpable feeling of serene contemplation overcomes all who visit it. All around the high temple pyramids gather flocks of pterodons, each carrying a skink dignitary from a far distant temple city. The wide avenues are crowded with scribes and artisans going about the business that is vital to the running of such an important city. And watching over it all are the warriors of the host of Itza. The temple city's armies are second to none, for they guard the first city, the sacred ground upon which the old ones themselves once walked, and perhaps one day may do so again. Beneath the ground in buried vaults are housed the most powerful of the Old One's creations, devices so potentially devastating that not even the slan mage priests dwell upon their nature for long. Okay, then we have another one here, Memories of the First Relic Priest, Cleansing the Corruption. Ten Slati gingerly climbed down the stone embankments and came to the edge of the sacred spawning pool, its waters glistening a sickly green color. The skink priest's tongue darted out to taste the air and coiled back in revulsion. The scent of corruption and pestilence hung heavy above the water. The Skaven had a lot to answer for. The waters sloshed abruptly as a hideously misshapen creature breached the surface, moaning piteously. It took a few faltering steps towards Ten Slati before splashing down into the pool, its half-formed body unable to fully support its weight. Ten Slati took a step back, fearful of those kin who were not kin. Master, are you sure about this? There was no telepathic answer from Lord Croak, who was levitating on his palanquin many miles away. There never was. Instead, Ten Slati's eyes burned with the celestial fire, flooding the cavern with blazing light. The spawning pool thrashed violently as dozens of malformed source awakened, staggering towards the lone skink. The oracle of Lord Croak felt his hand lurch upward, palm raised, and began mercilessly obliterating the creatures one by one with blasts of untold power. When the last of the corrupted beings were dealt with, Ten Slati was compelled to thrust his hands into the corrupted waters, much to his horror and disgust. Yet he had faith in Lord Croak, and that faith was not misplaced. As soon as the waters began to bubble and boil as geomantic energy flowed through the skink priest. After what felt like hours, Ten Slati felt the powers flowing through him recede at last, and he regained control of his body. The waters were now cleansed, and perhaps one day new spawnings could commence. Okay, very good news there, is that did not seem to crash my game temporarily like it did in the first episode. So fingers crossed that that continues to happen. Okay, the geomantic web. When the Old Ones ordered the construction of the temple cities, they were specific about where each city should be built. Each was to occupy a node in the geomantic web, a vast matrix of natural earth energy that encompasses the entire world. The Old Ones were able to draw on this vast reservoir of power, and and through it manipulate and alter the continental plates, the weather patterns, and even the very orbit of the world itself. Furthermore, the Slan mage priests are able to use the geomantic web to communicate with one another over vast distances. By entering a deep trance, the mage priests are able to transmit their thoughts from one another throughout the entirety of the web, enabling them to hold councils of sublime communion. The oldest and most powerful mage priests are able to send their spirits soaring along the geomantic web, allowing them to bring their prodigious magical powers to bear far from their otherwise weak and vulnerable bodies. Okay, very good. Lots of lore. Okay, there we go. Now that's what I was expecting to happen. There's just this delay every once in a while when you hover over one of those, but it doesn't last for very long, unlike in the first episode when it was actually causing my reshade to crash and have to be reloaded. Okay, so let's go ahead and do what we can here. I think we'd better focus on control everywhere we can, and money as well. We'll worry about growth in a moment, but for now, we are only 2 turns away from a rebellion. We'll see if there's anything we can do about that, but there may not be. All right, let's go ahead and once again, Clan Pestilence is at war with the Southern Sentinels, who we have not met. They are actually stronger than we are, so definitely a concern. But what we're going to do is we're going to declare war on them. We're going to potentially just sack Oixel rather than occupy, because we're going to take damage in this fight, even if we win. I'm hoping we win, obviously, but even if we do win, we're going to take damage in the process, and I don't really want Skrulk's much larger military to roll up, trap us in the city, and destroy us. So if we don't think we're going to be able to hold on to it, then we're just going to sack it instead of occupying it. All right, let's go ahead and declare war.
Speak, be quick, quick, for the blight in you on.
And then we're going to go ahead and encircle, or excuse me, lay siege. Continue siege. We're going to bring Lord Croak back into the army. Wow, I had somehow lost track of that. Oh, that was bad. Okay, yeah, our level of control here slowed down our recruitment. So we actually don't have those units I was planning to recruit. That is, that's unfortunate. But there's nothing to be done about it now. We're just going to attack. I can still bring him down. Get him involved in the fight. And we're going to go ahead and launch this. Pyrrhic victory. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Alright, well, we shall do the best we can. He does have some of the shielded clan rats, and he's got some night runners, but overall, not really the strongest units in the world. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, looks like a night battle will start deployment. I think possibly over here is going to be our best bet. I don't think there's any reason to spread out. They've got more units than we do. And Lord Croak's magic is actually stronger when we've got them all packed together. So we're going to take Gor-Rok, put him in front along with... Actually, let's go ahead and add Croak to the mix here as well. And all of you all, I think we'll go ahead and we'll get our shielded our shielded warriors first. And then we'll just move everybody up as appropriate. So for starters, we're going to go ahead and attack the gate. Croak, you can move up, and we want we want you climbing, and you climbing. And then we'll go ahead and get these up here as well. And then we'll go ahead and bring some more of you all, but we're just going to walk you. There's no rush. It's going to take a while for the... we are using mods that slow down the ladder climbing. Let's just hope they don't open the gate and cause us the gate bug. But they might. Right now it looks like all the towers are shooting at... Oh, hello. This is actually just fine with me. We'll just go ahead and attack them with you guys. Croak, you try to get away from them. I presume those clan rats will not last long. Okay, we're doing some damage right there. Now, let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. I don't understand why they're not dodging. Is there something about these particular spells that they don't know how to dodge? Boy, that was pretty good. I should have used the tier 2 version of it. Okay, these guys look like they're about to break. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. Okay, now time for you to get back to climbing. Get back to climbing, please. You, get back to climbing. How are we doing on the gate? Halfway there. Everybody else, you can actually now start running. As can all of you. Let's get all of you forward. Reinforcements have arrived. Let's get you added to 1. Where are you at? Okay, it's gonna take you a very long time to get over there, but whatever. Alright, how are we doing here at the gate? Okay, it's not open, but we're not really... Why are you not attacking the gate? Come on. Very, very frustrating. Okay. Let's go ahead and get another spell off right here, maybe? They keep moving, that's the problem. Wait for you guys to stand still. Somebody? Okay, I think this is going to work out okay. They kind of keep going back and forth. Oh. Yep. Not fantastic, but it got part of that unit anyway. Okay, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys not climbing? Oh my lord, if I... Oh, then they opened it. Oh, they opened it with 500 points left. You got to be kidding me. The gate bug. Okay, never mind. They closed it again. Oh, thank goodness. Come on, break that gate down. No, don't open it. Oh, okay, it's broken. It's broken. Okay. Oh, it panics me every time. That gate bug is the #1 thing that needs to be fixed in this game, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, guys, go ahead and shred. Yeah, never mind, you're doing it already. Okay. Wavering, wavering, wavering. Broken. Okay. Alright. How are we doing here? Let's go ahead. Just keep doing your thing. You can... Oh, you know what, Croak? This would be a perfect time. Look at this. This is beautiful. If we can get all of this... Oh, this is going to be so good. Look at that. Almost wiped out 6 units there. Okay, Croak, you can come in. Gor-Rok, Dinosaur. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, let's start to now get some of you. Hopefully you'll come through the gate. You guys... I need to wait for them to form up on the wall because of how bad the pathfinding is in this game. Okay, what's going on? You are come on, come on. The gate is wide open. Please come through the gate. Please come through the gate. Guys, I mean it. I mean it. I really want you to come through this gate. Oh, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay. Right here, let's start to get you all forward. Okay. Croak. I think we could do another one here. Should be able to take care of those guys right there. You all should be able to take care of them. Alright, right here. This is looking good. Gor-Rok, you're looking good. You still haven't figured out how to come through that gate. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Just walk through the gate. Just walk through the gate. It's so bad. It's so bad, CA. You have to fix your game. Okay. Now, meanwhile, some of you all... See, this is the problem. I don't dare try to send these guys in with any kind of rapidity because they will just completely block one another from getting through that gate. So you have to just absolutely micromanage everything in a city battle to an absolutely ridiculous amount. Okay, let's go ahead and throw a heal on Gor-Rok. And probably do... Let's go ahead and do this. Oh. May not have even been necessary. They're already shaken. Wavering. Broken. Okay. Let's go ahead and get up here on those guys. And you can help out here as well. Lord Croak. You know what? At this point, if I can get a good cast off here, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. This should completely take care of all of them. Let's see here. He's already at 573 kills for this fight. Everything's pretty well shattered. At this point, let's just get a little bit more help over here. You can help out over here as well. Don't think this fight's going to take a whole heck of a lot longer. We're actually doing well enough right now that I kind of feel like maybe... Maybe we should go ahead and occupy Wixel. Okay, this is going to be another spot where we can go ahead and do this if they keep coming forward. Looks like they're not coming forward for some reason. There we go. That ought to work. Okay. How are we doing up here? Almost have that unit broken. I want you three, after you finish taking out, there we go. I want you three to start taking the central control point, maybe. There we go. Very good. Very good. Okay, that went pretty well. All right. That went better than expected. I think we're strong enough that we can go ahead and occupy it. It's hard for me to imagine. Unless Skrulk literally brings all of his armies, which he could do. But if he brings all of his armies, maybe they could beat us. But quite frankly, that's a fight I would be very kind of interested in doing. So let's go ahead and occupy it. And our army just got +5 leadership when fighting against Skaven, which we are sure to do a lot more of here in the near future. Capture 250 battle captives. Okay. Spawning sequence +150. Very nice. Okay. Gotta wait for that legendary lore there to clear. Okay. Alright, so back to here. We now know at this point we're going to turn off the income temporarily. Obviously, we don't want to do it for long, but we need now to try to get public order up here under control, and it's worth a little bit of money to do it. Gor-Rok, you get another rank of Ancient Cunning. I'm sure we'll be doing lots of ambushing in this campaign. Barrier hit points. Kind of hard to say no to 800 barrier hit points, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, and can you recruit? Yes, you can, but you can't recruit Saurus, which is what we want. I'm going to demolish it there. This is not a building we want to keep long term here. We definitely need to get this garrison improved, which means growth. We'll get there eventually. For now, it's just going to mean Gor-Rok himself has to stay here and defend it. So what we're going to do, 2 turns, we're going to go ahead and recruit up to 20 and just count on leaving him in there for 2 turns. If we need to move him out next turn, we can cancel that recruitment. I don't like spending that much money, but I want that army to be a full stack. Okay, and then up here, there's just nothing else we can do that we're not already doing in terms of control. Let's see, next turn I can get you into a settlement, start recruiting. If it's a if it takes 2 turns to do recruiting, unfortunately it's going to take 3 turns to do recruiting. Yowza. That's going to be very problematic. Well, that garrison is strong enough that we just have to hope that Itza is going to be strong enough to defend itself whenever the rebels attack. Not really sure what else to do at this point. Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's go ahead Wait a minute, I got... What did I finish? I finished... something. Oh, I unlocked a right, that's what it is. Okay, so the right of resilience, which is quite nice. It's going to be available in 3 turns. Okay. Yeah, that's because we currently have a right that is currently active. Okay. Fair enough. I'm definitely looking forward to getting some Slan Mage Priests. This could be good as well. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the one we're already doing. No, that one could be good as well. Okay. All right. And how many turns do we have left? We have 3 more turns of that. I wish it sped up recruitment, but you can't get everything you wish for. Okay. I think we'll check our diplomacy. Skrulk is going to be pretty unhappy with us, and they're currently still stronger than we are, so we definitely need to be prepared for a counterattack. Other than that, I would kind of like to encounter officially the Southern Sentinels, because I'll bet you they're happy with us right now. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do another end turn, I suppose. Imminent rebellion, negative growth, that's not at all what we need, but whatever. And we encountered Skulltaker already, that's definitely a concern. Alright, so you can reach all the way up here to Itza. And we'll start you recruiting. And how much extra are we? We're paying an awful lot. I'm not even sure there's any point in starting to do the recruiting, because they're not going to be ready in time. Let's go ahead and collect income. We do have 2 turns left. Yeah, we'll start recruiting next turn, because in terms of how long it's going to take us to recruit, it actually doesn't matter if we start recruiting this turn or next turn. And then here we can do exotic animals, resource production, and recruitment costs. And of course, obviously, this will help with our trade. How much are we making through trade? Decent amount, but not enough to justify it, I don't think. We're going to go with the growth and casualty replenishment for now. And then secondarily, oops, wrong button there, Michael. Secondarily, we will, at tier 3, want to start building the walls. But, ooh, and a landmark here. Recruit rank for Pterodon Riders and Ripperdactyl Riders. Upkeep for same, ammunition for Pterodon Riders. Okay. All right. Well... And we are lowering the Skaven corruption, which is very nice. Let's take a look at what happened over the end turn. Clan Pestilence captured another city from Southern Sentinels. Well, that's annoying. And Clan Spittle here is also not at war with anybody, and they're up to 4 settlements. I thought they normally went to war with... what's his name? Why am I not remembering this guy's name? Crazy guy. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Okay. Alright, so this is good. The Southern Sentinels, they do still at least have their capital city. They lost this one over here, probably. Forget the name of it. And meanwhile, we're 1 turn away from having a full 20 stack. And this is going to be the dwarfs. Have we met those dwarfs yet? Yep, sure have. They don't like us. Oh, they don't... They condemn our treaties with the other Lizardmen. Well, that's unfortunate. Plus, they have an aversion of -55. Holy cow. I never would have guessed that the dwarfs would have an aversion of -55 to us. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, Imminent rebellion, yes, we know. There's not anything we can do about it at the moment. Well, now, actually, there is. These things are all very expensive. But what we can do... We can recruit... We have 150. We could basically recruit one of these. We could recruit, or we could recruit 2 units. Actually, you know what? Kroxigors, a Blessed Kroxigor might be better. I don't know. We'll worry, or maybe some salamanders. Well, we'll worry about that beginning of next turn. For now, we're going to have the rebellion. We're going to hope that Itza is strong enough to hold out long enough for Gor-Rok, I suppose, to get up there and help out. Or we're going to hope that they attack us right away. One or the other. At this point, though, there is no need to worry about control. So we're going to switch back to... Actually, no, we do. We need to continue. We need to try to get control. I'm going to leave it set to control. We're going to get the plus 20 next turn, but beyond that, I think we're going to want that commandment to remain. No, I'll switch it back for now. I'm going to switch to this. Okay. I already did the diplomacy, and yeah, let's go ahead and do one more intern here. Well, at least we're finally seeing somebody do something over an intern. I think that might be the first time this campaign. I do not like those dwarfs being there. And I mean, this is a new version of Hecleas AI, so we don't know what to expect. Those dwarfs could declare war on us. At the very least, they're trespassing in our territory, which I'm not too thrilled about. Children of the Gods, Temple Cities. Temple cities are both wonderful and often incomprehensible to outsiders. Their buildings are formed from stone cut to precise dimensions, held together without mortar. Lizard sphinxes, stylized snakes, and colorful murals cover every surface. Over everything loom many stepped pyramids, a constant reminder of the power the civilization wields. Living temple cities are constantly awash with activity, only subsiding during the coldest parts of the night. While temple cities differ in character and purpose, there are some structures common to all. Pyramid temples are enormous ziggurats defended by temple guard at every level, their unblinking eyes watching the skinks as they attend the resident slan. A ziggurat may host many such venerable creatures, their age and status designated by how high their chambers are situated. The foremost slan resides at the peak, within their temple's star chamber, the elevation separating their thoughts from the discordant world. Within the pyramid are chambers dedicated to many purposes. Some, like the calendar chamber, let light in through carefully aligned holes, marking significant occasions on the walls. Others hold sacred golden plaques, a record of the Old One's great plan. Priests attend these constantly, puzzling out the plan's next course. Most sacred are the tomb chambers, where lie the revered relic priests. These chambers remain sealed except in the direst of circumstances, or when ritual demands a particular slan's presence, even if they died long ago. Deep below lie the Saurus's spawning caverns. These are connected to their barracks, and the Saurus defend them with utter dedication and ferocity. When not patrolling or training, the Saurus keep to their barracks and the company of their spawn fellows. Okay. Right unlocked, the Rite of Awakening. I know we cannot afford that right now, but someday. I guess we could barely afford it, but I don't know if it should be a priority. All right, I don't love this. They've got Plague Claw catapults. I would rather attack them while they are relatively weak, but unfortunately, this army. We're still looking at 3 turns. Minus 80, but we're getting plus 20. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it because we're down to our last turn here of Rite of Ferocity. So we're going to go ahead and recruit these Source Warriors. There goes our money. We're going to change this commandment back then to control. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Our growth is minus 70 per turn. Ouch. Here, next turn, we're going to have enough of a population boost to level up, but unfortunately, what we don't have is the money with which to do it. Okay, let's go ahead and take... I'm going to take Iron Disciplinarian. And we're going to take Lord Croak down to the Sentinel of Time, I suppose. Okay, there is an army there, plus the settlement garrison. Size 12 garrison, the army... Okay, that's potentially beatable. Let's go ahead and give you this, I suppose. Alright, so this army is beatable, however. Is it beatable without Lord Croak in the army? Well, it doesn't matter because we can't reach to attack this turn anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out. We're going to go into ambush stance. 100%. I like those odds. And we're going to try to draw them up here. Let's just get in the trees right here. We're going to try to draw Lord Skrulk up here, where we can fight him. Hopefully one army at a time. We're now losing public order here as well. But it's okay. If there's a rebellion here, we have Lord Croak down here. Or Lord Croak. We have Gor-Rok down here to deal with it. Up here, this garrison is super weak. Is that army... Would that army potentially attack? It shouldn't, right? I mean, they only attack the region where the rebellion occurred, hopefully. It's been such a long time since I've not dealt with the rebellion right away that I honestly don't know for sure. Okay. All right, anyway, how are we doing for time? We are just about out of time. I think I will do an end turn here. See what happens. If we were to lose Quetzal, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it would obviously not be ideal. Obviously, losing Itza would be the worst thing in the world. Well, we're going to just have to see how strong that army becomes. Next turn. I'm also reconsidering doing this recruiting, because we can't really afford it, can we? We're at minus 35 now, and if I recruited more units, that would be even more that we would lose. That we would be losing every turn. I can't afford to level this up. Alright. Never mind then. We are going to not do any more recruiting for the moment. I still could do this. I could do 2 of these units. Blessed Source Warriors and Blessed Skink Skirmishers. The problem is a size 3 army. Unless they were close enough for the garrison to come out, which they are not. So, yeah. The even a size 3 army is definitely not going to be strong enough to take that on. All right, well, we'll see what happens here in a moment. Let's go ahead and do our end turn. Let me check diplomacy first. Southern Sentinels. I knew they liked us. We'll go ahead and do a trade agreement with you. Get some pretty good money. Okay, now we can afford to actually do a little bit more recruiting. Okay, yeah, we got a good influx of money there. All right. Deserters of Katep. Any reason to have a non-aggression pact with them? They would give us 220. It's probably not worth it. Okay. All right, now with the extra money that we got, do I want to do this recruiting now after all? I think I do. It's still going to take 3 turns. Okay, now we're going to do our end turn. Alright. Thanks for nothing. I was kind of hoping he would attack the rebels. And was that Clan Spittle who just trespassed? Okay, happy populace. Well, that's definitely what we needed. Control +4. Yeah, we definitely like that. Yep, foreign trespasser right there. Okay. Wow, look at all this. Okay. So we have Skulltaker declaring war on the Sentinels of Zeti. We have Tehinowen declaring war on Deserters of Katep. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I was reluctant to do a non-aggression pact with them. We have the Awakened declaring war on Tehinowen. Wardens of the Living Pools at war with Tzeentch. Cohort of Tlaxcatl at war with Clan Spittle. The Thousand Mauls. Okay, I forgot about him. That's, what's his name? Rakarth. And then we have... Ooh, interesting. Okay, so the Dwarves, this is why they trespassed into our territory. All right. Well, anyway, we are going to have to leave it there, but our public order at least is improving now. And 4 turns. Scratch that. Up to size 14. We need to start thinking about what we're going to do here with Gor-Rok. Do we race him up here in case this guy decides to attack Ketswa? Let's just check one thing here. If I put him in March Stance, yeah, he can get all the way up there. Which means he's also close enough then to race down and come into Oixel in a single turn if that starts being threatened. I think that's what we're going to need to do. I think we're going to want to race him up here. Not next turn, but the turn after. We might need him to fight a battle here against this guy, because this army is obviously not in any shape to do it by themselves. But they're probably going to be good enough to hold out for one more turn. I should say to deter the rebel army from attacking us for one more turn. That's going to be the plan anyway. We do now have these rights that we could do. This is the one that we can't possibly afford for a very long time. All right, anyway, we're going to go ahead and leave it there. But thanks everybody so much for the comments, and thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.